Good morning, students. I hope all of you are fine and you are doing well and you are keeping healthy. So, children, today we will start with our first topic. And as you can see on the screen, the topic for today is sentence. Children, all of you have studied this topic in the previous classes. So I know all of you are aware of this topic, but I just want to touch upon the basics a little bit so that we revise these topics today, and later on when we go to other topics, we are able to understand those better. So, children, we all know that we communicate through language. No communication, verbal communication is only done through language. And every language is made up of sentences and words. So, no language is complete without a sentence, and no sentence is complete without words. Now, if I give you two examples of your car, can you derive any meaning out of it? Or if I just say my birthday, so do you know what I mean? Of course you don't, because I am not speaking out the full sentence. So the full sentence will be, my birthday is on 12th December. So this is a complete sentence. Or I will say, your car keys are on the table. So this is a complete sentence. So what we have come to know is that just a group of words, we cannot call any group of words a sentence. We can call a group of words a sentence when those group of words make complete sense. You understand what the person is saying. So, we can say that a sentence is a group of words which make complete sense. If you will just speak 2-3 words without making any proper meaning to it, it will not be called a sentence. So, children, let's come to the second part. Have you seen a car? Of course, all of us have seen a car. So, a car is divided into a lot of parts. You know, there are a lot of parts that complete a car. Now, what are the parts that we have? We have wheels, we have engine, then we have the gear, of course. We have the steering wheel, very important. We have lights, and of course, so on and so forth. So, now why I am telling you the parts of a car? It is a grammar class. Just to make you understand that just like a car is divided into many parts, a sentence is also divided into parts. A sentence, every complete sentence is divided into 2 parts. Now, what are those parts? We have subject and predicate. So, as you can see on the screen, that subject plus predicate is equal to sentence. And what is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words which makes complete sense. So, I am sure you must have studied about subject and predicate in your previous classes as well. So, children, I want to ask you, why do we, whenever we learn something, we should always try to understand what is the purpose in learning a specific thing. Why are we learning this? What is the point of learning this? So, the point or the purpose of understanding the parts of a sentence, that is subject and predicate, is that it is the key to good sentence writing. It is the key to good sentence writing. Okay, children, let us take an example now. Humpty Dumpty, and there is a space in between, and the next phrase is sat on a wall. So now I have underlined two words, Humpty Dumpty, and the other set of words, sat on a wall, is in italics. So if we read them separately, Humpty Dumpty, and then I go quiet, and then you'll ask me, ma'am, Humpty Dumpty what? And then I say, and after a certain point of time I say, sat on a wall. So you will ask me, ma'am, who sat on a wall? So that is why it is so important to understand what a sentence is. So now we'll add one more thing. Humpty Dumpty, there is a plus sign in between, sat on a wall. So now you are getting the answer to two questions. Who sat on the wall? Humpty Dumpty. Oh, we have an image too. So there's this Humpty Dumpty and there is this wall. So when we combine the both of them, it becomes a complete sentence. So now, what is our subject? See children, in a sentence, when we talk about someone, when we talk about a person or a thing, that those group of words or that word becomes the subject. So now, who sat on the wall? Humpty Dumpty. Now whenever you have to find out the subject of a sentence, you will always ask the question who or what. If when you will get the answer to these two questions, you will get your subject. It is my pen. Whose pen is it? My pen. So my is the subject. Okay. Rita, please come here. Who will come here? Rita will come here. So Rita will become the subject. So now what is predicate? Now something is being said about Humpty Dumpty. What is being said about Humpty Dumpty? Sat on a wall. What did Humpty Dumpty do? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. So this sat on a wall tells us about Humpty Dumpty. So this sat on a wall becomes your predicate. So let us take another example. We separately have won the game. So the complete sentence becomes, we have won the game. Now what is the subject in this, children? Who won the game? We won the game. So we becomes the subject. And what is being told about we? What is it that we are telling about we? Have won the game. So have won the game becomes the predicate. Do you understand, children? How you have to find out the subject and the predicate? Always remember that the subject will always be a noun or a pronoun. It will always be a person or a thing. So that will become your subject. When you will be given a sentence, you always have to find out who. You have to ask the question who or what. The teacher is inside the classroom. Who is inside the classroom? The teacher. So the teacher becomes the predicate. And what is she doing? What is being told about the teacher? Is inside the classroom. So is inside the classroom becomes your predicate. I hope you're understanding, children. So now I have simplified the subject and predicate by making a table. Okay. So see, a subject is a person or thing which we talk about. Predicate tells us something about the subject. Children, it's a very easy thing to find out. For subject, we always ask the question who, and for predicate, we always ask the question what is being told about that person or thing. And the subject will always be a noun or a pronoun, and the predicate will always contain a verb. Just like we saw in the previous sentences, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. So Humpty Dumpty is your subject, sat on a wall is your predicate. So there, Humpty Dumpty is a noun and sat on a wall. What is Humpty Dumpty doing? He sat on a wall. And what is the verb in this phrase? Sat. So the next sentence that we took was, what was the next sentence? Okay, for example, the teacher is inside the class. So who is inside the class? The teacher. The teacher is a noun. And what is she doing? She is inside the class. So she is the helping verb, which shows us that the predicate contains a verb. Children, now let us take some more examples. The cat has eaten the cake. Who has eaten the cake? The cat. The cat is a noun. And what has she done? What is being told about the cat? Has eaten the cake. So has eaten the cake becomes the predicate. The cat is the subject. Has eaten the cake is the predicate. He has a good memory. What is the subject over here, students? Very good. He is a pronoun and it is answering the question who has a good memory. And what is being told about that pronoun? What is being told about he? Has a good memory. So has a good memory becomes the predicate. I shot an arrow in the air. Who shot an arrow in the air? I. I is a noun. Now I is a pronoun. And what did I do? Shot an arrow in the air. So shot an arrow in the air becomes the predicate. And it also has the verb which is shot. They are going to play football. Who is going to play football? They. So they answers our question who. And what are they doing? What are they going to do? Are going to play football. So this becomes a predicate which also contains the verb. Ria needs to do her work well. So who needs to do her work well? Ria, which is a noun. Therefore, it is the subject of the sentence. Needs to do her work well becomes the predicate, as this phrase, as this group of words is telling us that what Ria needs to do. And our last example is, here comes the bus. So this is a little indirect, children. What is the subject over here? The bus. So now, seldom it happens. Sometimes it happens that the subject comes later than the predicate. So what comes here? The bus. So who or what we have to ask. So the bus becomes the subject. And what does the bus do? Here comes. So here comes becomes the predicate. So children, I hope you have understood this topic. I know you have done this topic before in your previous classes. This is just a kind of a revision. If you do not understand anything, you are free to send out your queries. And the best part about these videos is that you can watch these videos again and again, so that wherever you are confused or you're not being able to understand anything, just refer to the video 4 times, 5 times, any number of times you want to. I will also be uploading a worksheet later on, maybe tomorrow, which I expect you to complete in your notebooks, and then inshallah show those notebooks to me once we are back to school. Okay children, have a good day, stay healthy and keep safe. Allah Hafiz.